Good morning, beautiful people. We're back with the 02 Honda CRV. This vehicle, when you turn the key to the on position and all the lights come on, the check engine light doesn't come on anywhere, and usually has to come on and then shut off when you turn the vehicle on if there's no problem. But I don't see it anywhere. As you can tell. So I'm gonna check to see if maybe it has a blown bulb. I think it's supposed to come on somewhere near where it says maintenance required, right underneath. Right around here somewhere. I'm not 100% sure, but we're gonna find out, guys. That's one of the things you gotta do when you buy a vehicle. Some people take the bulb out, or the bulb might be disconnected, or it might be just burnt. So when you're checking a vehicle, when you're gonna buy it, make sure that light comes on and it goes off like it's supposed to. That means there's no problem, right? Usually. But if it's not working, then it's gotta be a problem that they're hiding. So we're gonna find out what's going on with this and see how we can get to the bulb. All right, first step, you go here on the left, and there's a little screw right there. It's the only screw in there. I'm gonna take that off, and then I'm gonna look on this side, on the right, see if there's another screw. I'm not sure, but there might be something holding it. That comes right off, guys, as you can tell. Oh, there's another screw right there. So I'm gonna take that one off and that one off. All right, the screws are out. Now, just gotta pull the panel right out. Pull the panel, don't be afraid. I got clips. Pull it out. In this case, it has switches here, so you have to unplug them once you get the panel off. Just pull it out, as you can tell, as you can see. Let me move the steering wheel up a little bit. Anyway, I'm gonna pull it completely off. It's all about unclipping it. That's all it is. Okay, guys? I just pulled it and worked it. It has these clips. They go in those holes. Those holes. Just gotta pull it out. Move the steering wheel up to give you more room, and there it is. Now, I don't know if I need to take it off completely or not, but I'm gonna just get it out of the way. If you really want to get it completely out of the way, you just got to unplug it here, squeeze and pull, and it should be able to come right out. But I think I'm gonna leave mine just hanging. I don't think I need to take it out of the way. The reason why you take it out is to have access to this one, because you gotta pull this one out to have access to the cluster. So now I'm gonna move the steering wheel down and pull this one out. So see, I just started pulling on this one from underneath here. Right, it popped, so I got it pretty loose. I just got to work it out of the way. All right, just pull it, and it comes right out. There you guys. Don't be afraid. All you got to do is pull it, because it has clips. It has these clips holding it. See that? And go into these holes. These holes right here. You got to pull it. You gotta be firm with it. There it is. Now we gotta find the screws. 2 screws, and I think there's one on the top. Yep. And then the whole cluster comes off, and you gotta unplug it, and I'll show you. All right, the 3 screws are out. All I gotta do is pull it out. This top part right here kind of gets stuck. You bring it down, and then pull it out. There you go. So that little screw did not want to come out completely, but it's completely disengaged from the back, so I make sure that was nice and loose. So we got 2 plugs on the top, a blue one and a green one. You gotta unplug those and then remove the cluster. Okay, guys, it's out. These you just gotta squeeze and pull. Sometimes they come out easy, sometimes you gotta wiggle them, but make sure you're squeezing and moving, pulling out and wiggling back and forth, and they'll eventually come off. That's all there is to that. And we got the cluster out. Now we turn it around to expose all the bulbs. These are all the bulbs, all those little ones. So now we got to figure out which one is the check engine light. Hey, once I figure it out, I'll show you guys. Guys, you would not believe it. I took the gauge cluster apart, right? I got that part. I got the cluster here. And I discovered the check engine light goes on this side, right in this area. That's where it's supposed to be on. But look what's underneath it. I started peeling it. You see that piece of black tape right here? It's a piece of black tape that covers the light. So when the car has a problem, the check engine light is on, that piece of black tape is not allowing the light to shine through. Turning the check engine light on the dash, on the gauge cluster. I'm gonna take it off and I'll show you, but it's crazy what people, how far they go to sell a car with a problem. There it is. How far people go to scam a person. I mean, it takes a lot to just get to this point. And I put a piece of tape right in the right spot without messing with the other lights. It's crazy. But anyway, guys, if you have to do something like that, once you take the cluster out, you have to unclip this. You got clips. These little clips. Unclip it. Go nice and slow with it. Take your time. And then this piece is gonna be here, sitting here like so. And pop that out. It's nice and slowly. Remember, it's plastic. Don't be rough with it. And then you got the gauges. I started taking the actual gauge arm out here, and then I pried on these two, and it took a lot of force, and I didn't want to break it, so I started looking. I said, well, check engine light online. You can search pictures of it. It's not here where I thought it would be. It was in this corner, so I started seeing if I can pry it up without damaging it. As you can see, I did it all to get this piece of tape. I gotta double check and make sure there's nothing else in there with a flashlight, but I think that's it. Anyway, I'll check and I'll put it together and I'll show you guys when it's working. The same thing with the glass, guys. It has clips, like that clip and that clip. It has clips all over, and it goes on and you clip it in place. You know. Well, it's not glass, it's plastic. It's clear plastic, but just be careful. Make sure you clip it back in place and it's clean. This one I can't get the stains off it, but I cleaned it as best as I could. Put it back together, put the gauges back on. This one and this one. Hopefully we don't have any problems with those, because all I did was pull them out and put them back in. Should be no problem. But you know how things are. Sometimes we break stuff when we're fixing stuff. Not intentional, obviously. And another thing, fellas, in the back, I mentioned that these are light bulbs, and they are a whole bunch of light bulbs. None of these were for the check engine light. They're just for, I think they're just for illumination. So when you turn the lights on, it illuminates the gauge cluster inside. They're not for any specific warning light, I don't think. All these are for the gears when you're park, reverse, drive, all that good stuff. And the rest are just, they're around for illumination. Because I was in this area and I was like, well, this gotta be the one. And that wasn't in for the check engine light. So yeah, but if you got any burnt out bulbs, these are them. You twist them counterclockwise and pull them out, and the bulb is right there. You pull the bulb out, replace the bulb and put it back in, turn it clockwise. Just a tip. That way you guys understand where your light bulbs are. All right. As said, any other bulb or light for any warning light must be integrated into the board and not something you can service. At least I don't know. If you guys know, leave it in the comments. If you ever service one of them light bulbs for a warning light. But yeah, these are just for illumination, not for warning lights. At least not on this car. Everything's put back together. Let's see if it works. There it is. Check engine light is on. And it goes off like it's supposed to. Perfect. Alright guys, if this helped you, please like, subscribe, it's free. And watch out for them crooks out there. Have a blessed day.